The following program was produced by an independent community producer. The opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of the ECAT staff or board of directors.
Hi, I'm your host, Karen Miranda. Welcome to Whispers from the Other Side. We are coming to you live from QA TV in Quincy, Massachusetts, and the lines are now open, so if you want a spirit reading, feel free to call. And I have a very special guest here with me tonight, Priscilla. Thank you for coming on the show.
You're so welcome. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, she's a wonderful, friend and everything like that and stuff like that. So if you have anything you want to talk about and share your experiences, it's okay with me. Feel free.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I produce and host shows for Easton Community Access Television. And on my program, Community Forum, I introduced Karen and had some wonderful response from that. When the show cut, and before I could say, thank you, Karen, she suddenly asked me a question, and that was, do you have anyone who's passed in your family who had trouble eating or couldn't swallow? And I was really shocked, because maybe 2 or 3 people in my life know that that was my grandmother. Not even my children know that. She was this immigrant from Sweden, and when she was 9 years old, they did what they considered a medical procedure and burned her throat. Maybe it was tonsillitis, who knows? But it caused her ability to swallow, it curtailed that ability. And so it would take her 2 or 3 hours to eat a meal, and that meal had to be ground. Everything had to be ground up. And so she became very fond of rice pudding. In Swedish, it's called rysgrönsgröt.
Yeah, and if it's okay, I need to get going with you.
Sure.
For somebody that's coming through. I have a woman like about your height that's on the other side, just a little bit shorter, okay? And she had the gray hair and everything, of course, when she passed away, cut really short to the head. But when she was young, though, she had it longer and would wear it in a bun. You know what I'm talking about, and stuff like that. She is just coming in this way, like right now, as she looked when she passed away. And she's saying to me to tell you, I'm not sore anymore, like stuff with her illness. I'm feeling a grandmotherly vibration with this woman, if this is making sense to you.
The hair in a bun. Well, my grandmother, who
Don't give me any information. Yes,
no.
If you understand.
Okay, I see. Okay, yes.
Okay. And she's saying, I'm breathing a lot better. She's coming in like this with a statue, because she's right over here. I'm starting to see her form in the station, because I do see out of my head with the spirits too. And she's coming up like, with a healthier, body, and that she was before she got sick. And you know what I'm saying? With her, and she had a nice shape, a healthy shape though. But as she, aged, of course, and everything like that, she lost that, like we all do sometimes. And she's saying to me, I'm still around you, but you're wondering still about her. You know what I'm saying? She's saying that to me, because she has a bunch of people with her that's on the other side, but she's coming in first, though, and I had to, get going with her right away, because she's actually going out of her way to show herself to me. And I'm feeling somebody did have cancer in the family. I don't know if she had cancer or not, but there's another woman that had cancer that's around you too, and stuff like that. And your grandmother's just doing all the same things she did before, and stuff like that. And she's saying, I'm listening to my favorite music again, and I'm feeling a woman dancing around you. If somebody was somebody a dancer over there on the other side for you?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. But I'm gonna ask her to back up. But if anybody can understand a younger woman, or Priscilla, you can too. She had light blonde hair, thin body, brown eyes, and she danced. She was a beautiful dancer and did that. So if anybody can understand her at home, I'm going to get back to Priscilla. But there's also a gentleman that served in the service that's with her. Can you understand somebody that served in the service when they were younger?
Yes.
Yes, and the war, because I've seen him right near you too, and I'm getting some height on him and everything like that, and not very tall.
Okay.
Okay,
No.
so if you can understand that.
Uh-huh.
And he's saying, look, everybody, I have my head of hair back, you know, because he lost some of his hair as he aged and everything. But I'm feeling also with this gentleman, I was a very hard worker when he was here, you know, and stuff like that. Was proud to serve and go in the service. And I'm feeling an injury with him. Okay. With somebody that was hurt in the war when they were served, if that's making sense to you. But I have a phone call right now. Hi Maria, welcome to Whispers from the Other Side.
Yep, she's speaking now. Hi.
Hi, how are you tonight?
Good, you?
Good. Are you ready for your spirit reading?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, if you understand, no, if you don't, okay?
Okay.
And if there's somebody and if you could just speak up just a little louder, I would appreciate it.
Yeah, you too. It's
Yes,
very
I can hear
low.
you now.
and
Thank you.
My phone's on high.
And I appreciate that. I do have somebody that's around you. Would you understand a woman that danced when she was younger, like when she was in her early 20s or something like that had light brown hair and brown eyes?
Not right now.
That's
not at the
okay.
moment.
I'm just going to ask her to back off. I do have a male around you. I feel a fatherly vibration.
A fatherly?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, is your dad over there?
Yep.
Okay, because your dad's coming through.
Okay.
Okay, and the older ones do like to look younger, okay? He's
What?
saying, he's saying, I'm looking down on the family and I see everything you guys are doing and things like that, and they'll share their memories, but I'm going to get going with him because he's coming in very strong-willed, but he was like that when he was here.
Yep.
And he was a kind, caring, nurturing man.
Yep.
And he had to work a lot. He worked really hard.
He did.
Yes, and I'm going to give this to you. If you don't understand, it's okay, because I see him with the toolbox, because he liked to do things with his hands.
Yep.
Does that make sense to you? I'm so glad. He's got his
Yeah.
toolbox over there, but he's learning like to veg out.
Yeah.
Because he was always busy, trying to keep the family together and everything. You would understand that?
Yep.
And I see somebody out like at the ocean too. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yep.
Okay, because he's out at the ocean now too, to let you know, but it's warm where he is, he's saying, to tell you that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna still keep going. He's like this with me, yakking, and things like that, because he was actually quiet, but when he was here, if that would make sense to you,
Yeah.
because he was very quiet, but he did listen in.
Yeah.
And he did listen. He's saying, I can breathe a lot easier right now.
Yeah.
It's not hard. And also, I'm getting the average height with him.
Right.
And was somebody in the Vietnam War for you that's over on the other side?
Service, I'm not sure about Vietnam.
Okay. I'm going to ask him to back off, if you can understand, to let me know as I'm going. Your dad is coming through, though. He's with his father over there,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And he's glad about him. You guys, you know, she really misses me a whole lot.
Mhm.
And I have another male that's with him, because I'm feeling like a husband or a close companion friend that's with him, with you.
Okay.
How does that make sense?
Right.
Okay, because he's all around you too. He's with your dad.
Okay.
All right, and I'm glad you can understand that. I'm also seeing with him, he is saying when he passed over, it was very fast and unexpected.
Right.
Yes, that makes sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. And he's saying, you know, I loved you.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm feeling like this with the height with your dad and him. He was just a little shorter than your dad.
Yeah.
I'm glad you can understand that. And he's also saying to me to say, he's learning to get things done.
Uh-huh.
And I have all my bad habits back, by the way. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And he wasn't very good with, like, taking care of stuff, if you would understand that, too.
Right.
Yeah, and everything. I am so glad, like, I'm not weak anymore.
Yeah.
And that would make sense. And I'm feeling this is your dad. I'm back with your dad again.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, and he's saying to me to tell you that. Is his toolbox still here, by the way?
Say it louder.
Is his toolbox still here, Maria?
You said he took it with him. I don't know where it is at this point.
Okay, because somebody still does have some of his stuff, though.
Yeah.
He's telling me, I see baseball, this is how they interpret me. I see, like, sport caps with him,
Yeah.
if you can understand that. He's out
Yeah.
enjoying a good ball game, by the way.
Yeah.
And he loved football, too.
Yeah.
And that would make sense. He's shaking his head about the football. Oh, he's going like this, but that's what he would do if he was here.
Yeah.
And he's so glad because he's got his comb in the back pocket like he would when he was here. But
Yeah.
he said, I have my hair back where I can comb it now.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that's making sense. These are their memories they're sharing with me, okay? Because sometimes
Yeah.
Spirit will have you all over the place. That's what I said to say. You got to slow down so I can slow down when I'm talking. Your dad's all around you with abundance of love, though.
Can you say it louder again?
Your dad, is around you with abundance of love.
Oh, okay.
And yep, and the man is coming through too, and he's saying the same thing to you with the message from you too as well.
Huh.
And I'm seeing sailboats with somebody that like to sail.
Say it again?
I'm seeing a sailboat with somebody that like to
okay.
sail. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because I'm seeing one of the men that like to sail out in the
Yeah.
waters. So thank you for that. That's what I call a clencher in the reading.
Yeah.
And he's saying he's enjoying that again, though, too. Because that's was his thing that he liked to do, to be with the family
Yeah.
and things like that. And he said, I was a gentleman's gentleman.
Yeah.
And he's saying to me, I'm so glad I got my sports clothes on. I'm out in the sailboat doing things like I used to do when I was here.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you can understand that too. And his message to you is he's telling me you're terrific. He's saying to say that you needed to hear that.
Yeah.
And she's saying she's got a good head on her shoulder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you missed that one-on-one with him still.
Yeah.
And he's saying even though I'm not this physically, I'm there spiritually all around you.
Okay.
And you needed to hear that though.
Yeah.
Because you was like, did I do everything the right way and all that stuff, and you did.
Yeah. That was it.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. And I hope you're hearing me better now too. And he's just been quite the hot ticket and very colorful with the words.
Right.
And
right.
I'm glad you can understand that too. And I don't
Yeah.
have to worry about how the garage looks anymore either.
Right. Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Say it again.
He's saying, I am so glad I don't have to worry about my clutter in the garage because it wasn't always
yeah.
the neatest.
Yeah.
Can you understand that?
Yeah.
And he's saying, I'm glad I could be I have to say it this way, a slob, like with his, but that was with his space and everything in the garage.
Right.
Yeah, and he's saying to say that to you.
Huh.
My love is eternal for you.
Oh, okay.
It has not died. And I'm feeling somebody had hurt their arm. I'm not sure if it's your dad or the other gentleman friend, but somebody hurt their arm. That's a male that's over there. Does that make sense to you?
Hurt their arm and did what?
Hurt their arm in an accident or something?
There was an accident, not the arm. Though.
Okay. Can they hurt their arm and they're telling me it's all healed?
Oh, okay.
And I'm glad because you know, don't give me any information, okay?
Right.
And he's saying it was fast with this crossing.
It was what?
With one of them, one of the men, they had a fast crossing when they passed away.
He had a what?
Yeah.
He had fast crossing, right?
Okay. Thank you very much, and I appreciate that. But they're all around you. The 3 men are around you, okay? And I'm feeling they were very comical too, though.
Yep.
And I see them at the bar actually too.
Yeah.
Just to let you know that. And they're being quite funny about that. And they were, you know, they were the men, your dad and your friend and the other man. They were quite rowdy in the bar, but everybody loved them anyways.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm getting for you. Your dad was good looking, and I'm feeling broader in the shoulders, younger.
Yeah. When
And
he
up at
was
the
young,
height?
he was a looker. Yeah.
Huh? I didn't hear what you said.
Yeah, he was a looker.
Okay, yeah, because he's starting to say that. And I'm back to that because everybody likes to go back to when they looked good over on the other side. That's the one nice thing about that. And he's saying, you know, I'm so glad that, like, I'm not sick anymore.
Yeah.
And you would understand that. And thank you for taking care of me.
Hmm.
You would understand that too.
Yeah.
And he's saying she doesn't feel like she did enough of me, but you did.
Right.
And you needed to hear that. And he's saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. That's his message to you.
Yes.
And he's happy about the toolbox. He doesn't have to worry, you know, whether if I fix it or not fix it, that would make sense. Like get things done at home.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So they're all around you, and I get a lot of birthdays but someone's celebrating a birthday on the other side.
Yeah.
And I do have a mom that's over there. Do you have a mom that's over there?
Yes.
Mom is with them, keeping them in line.
Yeah, all the time.
And that would make sense to you.
Yeah.
And I also see your grandmother knitting. Somebody knitted.
Yeah.
So the things that she would make were beautiful, by the way.
Yeah.
And your mom was a beautiful woman when she was here.
Yep, she was.
Yes, and very pretty, liked to wear the makeup, get all dressed up. And she's saying, I'm not suffering anymore.
Right.
And that would make a lot of sense too.
Yeah.
And you have everybody, that's why it's coming in this way, because they like to out-jump each other.
Yeah.
And that's how they were in real life too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that hasn't changed, that's still the same.
Right.
And and your mom is saying happy birthday to someone in the family.
It was hers.
Thursday, oh, so there you go. Happy birthday from your family that's on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah.
And that's who I get that's around you.
Say it again.
That's who I have that's around you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay? And they're going to be there celebrating.
Okay.
Okay? And happy Halloween.
You too.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for sharing,
Thank you.
everybody. And your love is
Bye.
eternal, too. And, you know, great job. They're applauding you. Thank you.
My
Yeah.
goodness, that is so much information.
Yeah, I know, and sometimes you got to watch it again to hear, because it is a lot of information. And what makes it hard, and that's why you hear me say back off, and sometimes it's not me with stuff. They get controlling over me, so it's like when I say you got to speak up too, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
the different things, and I get talking really extra fast because I'm working with the people on the other side.
Right.
They're coming in like that, and it's like, you got to slow down. I can't keep up with you. and it's funny, but they're all doing wonderful. And she had a bunch of people that were coming through, and I'm glad, like, you know, the evidence was there and stuff like that. And it's funny, Priscilla, about the old folks, because they do like to come in looking younger. And I do have somebody that's around you that's tall, and they're coming out about yay high. They're behind you, in the back of you, and I'm feeling a grandfather figure too.
Really?
Yeah, that's around you. I don't know if you knew your grandfather or not, but if you didn't, I'm going to ask, you know, to see who else he's with, okay?
Okay.
But there's a tall gentleman that's around you. He's just like there, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to tell you, you do have a child that's around you on the other side. in spirit that's on the other side, or somebody had lost a young child. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And I have to give that to you. I'm feeling a little girl.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
A little girl,
Right.
and she had pretty hair, you know what I'm saying? She didn't live to be old, you would understand that too,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. She's all around. Mom still misses her very much, or somebody in the family still misses her very much. Does that make sense?
No, because this child was missing a long time ago.
Okay.
So,
That's good to know, but she's all around you.
but I'll think about it.
Okay, if
Yeah.
this child's just saying she's all around you and stuff
Uh-huh.
like that. Hi, Steve. Welcome to Whispers from the Other
Here you go.
Side.
Turn down your TV.
How are you? Are you there?
I think he hung up the phone.
They'll let me know if he's back on the phone.
Yeah.
But anyways, the child is around you. She's doing really good. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. So I'm glad that's making sense. At least with the, sometimes the descriptions are there, but they share their memories a lot with me. Hello?
No, he's shaking his head.
Okay, yeah. But the child's around you and sending an abundance of love with you.
Uh-huh.
And I'm seeing your grandmother again. She came through one other time. I know that. And she's rocking in the rocking chair still and enjoying life like, you know, like everything is like it was when she was here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's making sense. I love somebody big. She either her, I don't, is your mother over there on the other side too? Because I'm seeing somebody with baked goods.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody was a really good baker, and I'm seeing them
Yes, indeed.
with the old style rolling pin. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah, and stuff like that. And you were hoping to hear from her, actually, she was telling me. She said, don't let her fool you, you know, and stuff like that, because she's saying to me, it's so funny. She said, we're still cooking again over here. And somebody kind of like burnt something one time or something like that, and there was smoke, all kinds of smoke in the kitchen, if you can understand that.
Yeah.
With the grandmother, I'm feeling it was the grandmother that did that, if you can understand that. And they're so funny. They like the older style radio, the old, you know, the old ones, because they're listening to the music in the kitchen and things like, and women, they're together, so they're talking yak, 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 like that to me. And they're doing that now. And she's keeping the young man in line over there.
Really?
Yeah, would you understand a young man that passed away that's in spirit? Or if it could be for somebody at home on the phone?
Not that I can think of at the moment.
Okay, but I'm going to put a young man that's out there who died when he was 15 years old and stuff like that.
Yes, I know.
You understand?
Yes, I do.
Okay, because he's all around you too. And his death was sad. You know what I mean?
Very sad.
Very tragic, very upsetting with everybody.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because it came unexpectedly with his death. And everybody was surprised that when they got the news about his passing away. And he's saying, I'm helping other teenagers over there, because everybody really loved him when he was here. And that would make sense.
Yeah, it certainly did.
Yes, and he's not really coming in with the description of himself, but he was a look or two. You know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. But death was fast. You know, I'm getting wrong place, wrong time with him and stuff like that. But believe it or not, he was trying to help someone else out, or if he was, that makes sense to you. He was happy to do that though, and he would do it again. But that's what he would do if he was here. He would be helping everybody out. He said my death was not in vain. I was doing how my parents who were here, one of them is still here, that's how they would brought me up. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't ego or anything like that. He was smart. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. And I'm feeling a little weight on him though too. Not a lot of weight. And he's got the music on really, really loud, Priscilla. And you didn't expect to hear from him.
No.
No, because see, when they want to come through, they come in full blast. Oh, don't get me wrong. He was an instigator, if that's making sense, with amongst his own friends, you know what I'm saying? And things like that. And he was just so funny about everything. And I'm like sitting there saying, okay, what else more do you want me to tell her? Just tell her the message that my death was not in vain. You know, yeah, it happened, but I was happy to help the other person out because the other person ended up living. And that would make sense. There was somebody that was creative, and I'm feeling more, I'm going back to your grandmother. But you know the old style sewing machines? She had one of those. And she's saying to me, they don't make them like that anymore. They made good ones back in my day, because she made a lot of stuff. You know what I'm exactly what she's saying.
Okay, that's another grandmother.
Okay, no, that's okay. But I'm going to just let your grandmother finish. But the woman that's doing that, she's fine now, and stuff like that. And you know, there's a woman around me, okay, that's an older woman, and I'm going to describe her, who had to have a haircut short to the head. Every curl had to be perfect, if that's making sense to you.
Yeah.
Rounded in the face, you know, and then, you know, big boobs, she's saying to me, and stuff like that. And, you know, a little bit of a, you know, weight on her, and things like that, average height and stuff, but she was a whippersnapper. She's saying that to me and stuff like that. She was the one who kept everybody in line. And that would make a lot of sense.
Yes, that makes sense.
I'm seeing some really pretty homemade stuff that she made too. And things like that. And she's so glad like she could use the sewing machine again, because it got hard for her in the end and everything got stiff. You know what I'm talking about? And she's saying to me to tell you that it's all loose and not stiff anymore, and everything like that. And thank you. She's saying to say thank you for the care. Okay. Thank you for the care that you helped her with, or somebody in the family, she wants to really tell them thank you. And I'm glad that's making sense.
Yes.
Hi, Margaret. Welcome to Whispers from the Other Side.
Hi.
How are you tonight?
Good, how are you?
Good. Have you ever been to a medium before?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't have to explain to you how I communicate with people that have passed away.
No,
No, yes, if you understand. No, if you don't.
I do. Okay.
Okay, and if you could just speak up just a little louder, I would appreciate it. You have a soft
Okay.
voice, that's all.
Okay.
That's better, thank you. I'm going to get going with you because I also have another female that's around you. I'm feeling there's a friend that you miss on the other side that passed away.
I'm not sure.
Okay, so I'm going to wait. But I'm having a lot of mothers. It's always Mother's Day at the station. I'm feeling a motherly vibration that's around you.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay.
Okay. Do you have a mother on the other side?
Yes.
Okay, because your mom's all around you. And I needed to let you know that. And I'm feeling a grandfather or dad with you too.
Yes.
Your dad's all around you too.
Yes.
Okay? And he's sitting up straight tall. Because he was a little bit on the strict side, he's saying.
He was? No, not.
Yeah, because I'm feeling, but he had a fun side to him, your dad.
Yes.
He was very fun, and you guys he's being colorful with the words, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so he's all around you, smoking up a storm, because I'm seeing a smoker around you.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And I'm feeling heart issues with somebody on the other side. I'm not saying it's your dad, but there's someone that had heart issues that died from a heart attack.
Yeah, my mother.
Your mother did? Okay,
Yes.
thank you. I'm going to get going with your dad still, and I'm going to see what your mom has to say. Don't give me any information, Margaret, okay?
Okay.
I appreciate that. And they share their memories with me. You have a whole family reunion over there, by the way. And
Okay.
that's no surprise there, because you're open to this stuff, too, they're saying to me.
Yes.
And you just had a visit with somebody in your dreams, huh?
Yes.
Okay, that's them. They're visiting you through your dreams. Okay, those
Okay.
are real. You needed to hear that, though. Your mom is doing really terrific over there, and she also has a baby that's on the other side with her.
Yes.
You can understand that?
Yes.
Okay, the baby's fine. You needed to hear that, though.
Okay.
I'm glad that's making sense to you. And the baby's not alone. She's with your
Right.
mom and dad. And I also had a soldier that was around me earlier when I was telling Priscilla about the soldier that's around. Do you have somebody in the service that's over on the other side?
My father was.
Okay, you know, and he's very proud. He was very proud to serve when he was served in the service. He saw a lot when he was over, you know, when he was serving in the service too.
Right.
And I'm glad that makes sense. Handsome, handsome. A lot of good-looking ones are coming in tonight. Handsome, handsome man, though. Do you have a good-looking man that's around you that's coming up really tall with me too?
Okay.
Okay, and his height is like almost 6 feet, if that makes sense to you.
Maybe.
Okay, I'm gonna get going. Stick with your mom for a while and your dad, okay? Because they're coming in
Okay.
the strongest. Your mom is saying you still miss her very much, and she's saying I'm with her. And you were thinking about the holidays coming up with them and what they used to do with you.
Not too much.
Okay, but I'm gonna be telling you, you are gonna be thinking of them come, you know, like Thanksgiving and Christmas and all that stuff, and that's all normal. Just to let you know that.
Okay.
And Mom, she's just saying, I'm so glad I can move around a lot easier now.
Right.
If that makes sense. I'm so glad you can take that, because she needed some care just before she passed away.
Yes.
And she said to say thank you to you for that too.
It's actually my sister.
Huh?
My sister was her helper.
Okay, no, but you can give your sister a message too. You can be the medium. I'll explain to you after when I'm done with your reading. But she's saying thank you for letting me die with dignity. She has her full head of hair back.
Mm-hmm.
And and of course she was another one. She was beautiful too. And she loved having her makeup on and the lipstick and all that stuff. When she did dress up and go out. Wasn't all the
Right.
time because she was busy keeping the family together. And she said I was the breadwinner in the family too as well. Not all the time, but she was there like when your dad couldn't be there, like a mom would be. And she's saying I had to be. They're my kids. And you know, no matter how old you are, parents consider you guys, you know, children anyways, like kids and stuff. That would make sense. Your mom, I'm seeing jewelry with your mom.
Yes.
And I'm seeing like a plain gold necklace that you wore.
No.
Okay, because somebody had, I don't know if it's for you, Priscilla, could you understand a gold necklace? Because I have a female that's here that has a gold necklace on.
Yes.
Okay, okay. And Margaret, even though you feel like you did what you could do for your family, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they said you needed to hear that.
Okay.
And stuff like that. So, and I know it's a common name, but I'm getting a Mary around you. Or the M sounds. With somebody that passed away. I'm not your mom or your grandmother or something like that, but there's a Mary or somebody that's around you. Huh?
Yes.
Okay. Mary's coming through too. She's with your mom and your grandmother and your dad. Okay, so I'm glad you can understand that. I'm just breathing so much easier, your mom is telling me. And she's saying, I'm so glad I can breathe a lot better and I'm healthy again. And she caught up with your dad, by the way, and your grandma, her mother.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm glad about that. And somebody, I don't know if it's your mom or your grandmother, because you have two of them coming in right now. I'm feeling eye trouble with my eyes as I aged.
I'm not sure.
Okay, I don't know if you can understand the eye issue, Priscilla, or not, but I'm having a woman that had eye issues. Okay, I'm gonna, and stuff like that. But that's who's around you, Margaret.
Okay.
And I got another name too. Is there another Margaret for you on the other side?
Yes.
Okay, so Margaret's coming through too. She's there and she's with everybody. And for
Okay.
some reason, I'm seeing roses around you, Margaret. I have to give that to you anyways. It might not make sense now, but I'm gonna give it to you.
Okay.
And I'm seeing somebody, you know, the old style books, the physical books,
Right.
and your mom like to read.
I read all the time. So.
Okay, so that's her seeing, that's seeing everything you're doing. So thank you for that. Don't give me any information, but I'm
Okay.
seeing that. But one of them did read. You might have to look into that with your other family members
Okay.
and stuff like that. And Margaret's doing really good too.
Okay.
And somebody actually did lose a baby in a miscarriage for you.
Yes, my mother.
Okay, so the baby's with your mom because they're little angels, okay? And stuff like that. And your mother would talk about her, the baby that she lost, but, and stuff like that. So she has the baby's with her on the other side.
Okay.
Just to let you know that too. And, she knows we're around because you're a little bit open to spirit communication yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're telling me that your mom was open to this stuff too. She's telling me.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's what I call a special cleanser in her reading because that's evidence I didn't know about, but she would sense. Somebody actually did experience people in the room before they passed away. I'm feeling either it was your grandmother or your mom knew that she wasn't alone.
Okay, I'm not sure.
Okay, but I'm going to give that to you too. But they're just all around you. I don't like making stuff up. And I also see a hope chest with you too.
Yes.
Okay, so, and everything is tucked away in the hope chest?
Yes.
That's what I call the cleanser and the reading with all of this stuff. And they're saying thank you very, very much.
Okay.
And I see a Bible with you too.
A what?
A Bible? Did somebody have had a Bible that one of them owned? I have to
think
give
so.
that, huh?
I think maybe, yes.
Okay, I had to give that to you too. Thank you again for that. I appreciate that. But they're all sitting down to Sunday dinner and everybody's on time. You would understand that too. Like the olden days when everybody had to be at the table by a certain time. And stuff like that. So I had to give that to you. So I'm thanking you for that. And I don't know if you have any questions for me, but that's who I have that's around you. Margaret, your mom, your grandmother, and your dad. And I also do see your dad is enjoying sports again too.
Yeah.
That's good to know and stuff like that. So, and that just the memories they're sharing with me. Okay, and that's who I have you. But can you tell your sister, I don't know if she's open to this, but to say, gee, I was thinking of, Mom today, and, she appreciated the care that you gave her. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I thank you, and thank you for sharing, everybody.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Priscilla, that's how they are, because, there's a lot of people in here tonight.
Yeah.
And the woman with the eyes, she's starting to tell me my eyes are not bothering me anymore.
Oh, that's good.
And I'm so glad you can understand who this
I can.
is. So she's around, because the young man's with her. People that pass away young are not alone on the other side. And just to let you know that. And I'm feeling family with this woman.
Yes.
And I'm so glad.
Yeah.
She's saying my eyes are not hurting anymore. It just fell apart. I fell apart anyways. You know what I'm saying? So you know what she was talking about.
Yep.
And things like that. So that's really awesome. And your mom won't stop smiling.
Really?
And the person, I know there was a death, because and stuff like that for you and the family. It was fast with the person's passing. That you went away, and that came as a surprise when you got the phone call from the person that died recently. Just to let you know that it was like a shock and stuff like that. You totally came totally unexpected.
Right.
He's saying that I'm not sore or in pain anymore and things like that, and I'm just happy not to be like a vegetable in the end. And does that make sense?
Not really.
Huh?
Partially.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm like sitting there going, but the person that just passed away, he said to me, I just, with the breath, and stuff like that. And he's saying it just came so unexpectedly with the family.
Oh, this is a male.
Huh?
This is a man?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a woman.
Yeah.
No.
Don't tell me, give me any information.
No.
And but there's a man that's around you that happened to too, with his breath and his heart as well.
Yes.
And that would make sense. The woman's doing fine, by the way. When she passed away, it just came totally unexpectedly, and nobody expected it.
Right.
I'm glad that's making sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And stuff like that. And she said, she's telling me to tell you, you feel bad that you weren't there a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And that deep in your soul, but it's okay if you weren't there.
I wasn't there for when she died?
When the person died recently for you,
Oh.
you were very sad and upset about that.
Right.
And you wished you were there.
Right.
And stuff like that. She said, you don't have to feel sad about that. You needed to hear that, she's telling me, and stuff like that. And I'm doing fine now, and stuff like that. And I caught up my family over there. And the little girl's with them too, by the way. The little girl that was coming through earlier for you, okay?
Yeah.
But the woman, she said, surprise, because nobody expected her when she passed.
Yeah.
It just came unexpectedly.
Right.
And stuff like that. And she's saying, but it was so peaceful for me when I passed away. And
That's
stuff
true.
like that. So it was peaceful, The family was there for her when she passed away and stuff like that. I'm feeling somebody was found. Somebody was found that is on the other side that died. Does that make sense to you? And that's sleeping at home in their bed? Or if anybody at home can understand a woman that was found that passed away, feel free to call. And she's doing fine now and stuff like that. She was safe in her bed at home when she passed away. I just have to put that off. But the young man is coming into the teenager that was coming through earlier. He's with your grandmother and stuff like that. So he's being quite comical.
Who's this?
Yes, and
Who was that?
There was the young man that was coming through earlier.
Okay.
That passed away as a teenager.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he said, my death was tragic, and stuff like that. And he's with your mother over there. Even, you know what I'm saying? People meet up with each other and stuff like that, even though they didn't know each other and stuff like that. It's just the energy thing.
I see.
And stuff like that. You have so many people over there. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give this to you anyways. I'm going to put this out there. I have a man that passed away, and it's somebody else. He was in the service. And I'm feeling Kuwait when he served in the service when that war was going on. And I don't know if you can understand this or not, Priscilla, but I do have a soldier that's around me that died, and I see a purple heart with him. And I have to just put it out there. So if anyone can understand who this is, feel free to call the station. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to get going with the drawing. But everybody's doing fine. And the female that passed away recently, she's saying, I'm so glad you weren't sure if you were going to make it in time and stuff like that, but she did, and everything worked out really well. So she was happy about that. You've got peace. You know what I'm saying? Peace by going with that. It was like foreclosure.
Yeah.
And that would make sense. She's just so happy she can be out. When she was younger, she did like to dance and go out. You know what I'm saying? And that's making sense to you.
Yes.
So see, that was the person around you. When I saw someone dancing, I said, see, I know it would make sense to Priscilla sooner or later.
Yes.
But yeah, she's all happy that she can move again and get around and up dancing up the storm on the other side. Okay, I'm going to go like this. Because I'm feeling somebody heavy set that's around you. But then out, I'm going to go like this with the drawing. And I don't know if you'll be able to understand or somebody at home can understand the drawing. Big, big eyes. Oh, and your grandmother liked to make old-fashioned homemade remedies with things. With you know what I'm saying? You know the old-fashioned it's okay. The old-fashioned concoctions that they used to make back in then, she's doing that again too. It's okay.
So you're seeing this person.
Huh?
You're looking at the person. You're seeing the person.
No, my hands are just to draw. The person that's coming on the paper. That's how it's called spirit art. It's like automatic writing, but it's automatic drawing actually. I don't know who. I just let my hand go.
I see.
It's okay. I don't know if you can understand this or not. It's okay if you don't understand who it is that's coming through.
Not right now. No.
Okay, I'm going to show this to people at home and my crew. If anybody can understand it, I have the drawing here at the station and stuff like that. And you can feel free. It's a young man a younger male too that died in his teens too, actually, his late teens. But he didn't have any hair due to cancer and all that stuff. So that's why he's coming in like this. And I'm going to just do this a little bit more with him.
So you said he's young?
Huh?
He's young?
Yeah.
And he died of cancer?
This is someone the man that's coming through, he passed away.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to go back to another page. Do you have any things you'd like to share? You had a lot of people around you. I don't know if you can understand a rose too, but I got to give you the name Rose anyways.
It's okay, as a name?
As a name, Rose.
Yeah.
Can you understand a rose? Okay, if anybody at home can understand a woman named Rose.
Now, do you have these, do spirits come to you at any time of the day or night?
Oh yeah, they do come to me. That's why I had to learn to shut down, because I'm going to share an experience that I had. Last week I was in the store and I picked up the wrong size with my shirt because I didn't shut down. And when it gets very crowded in places, I can sense people that are around me.
Mm-hmm.
And I got home, I don't believe I got the wrong size, but there was a woman that was around me. So I started sharing this woman with the bus driver, my bus driver Steve at home. Can you understand a woman that would forget things and leave things behind in the store? And he said, oh, definitely. And I know exactly who that is and stuff like that, because I said, okay. When I went shopping, I'm like, and did she forget a lot of items, you know, like, and get the wrong sizes and bring them home? He said, yes, she did. So, yeah, they can just come whenever they want. So that's why I had to learn to close down.
And how do you do that?
Huh?
How do you close down?
How do I, well, usually my key, like I've said before on other shows, this is usually my on and off switch. So when I'm open, I wear it. Then when I take it off, I shut down, which I gotta stop wearing it. The other way I shut down, the only thing that really works for me is stomping my foot. It's like if I make a loud stomping sound, they do listen to that. It's really kind of funny, you know what I'm saying? And somebody did say to me one time when I was in development circle years ago, that's really too funny about, you don't really stomp your foot, do you? I said, they don't listen to anything else, even though I was told, oh, try to find another way to shut down. But I tried, and it doesn't work. Because it's kind of like in Ghost, when you have, you know, all these people coming through, and I'm just a middle person between the veil, you know what I'm saying? Oh, and that's another thing I wanted to share with everybody too. With the holidays coming up, and especially like Halloween, the veil is thinning, where people are gonna feel, see, and hear more stuff from their loved ones that are around on the other side. So that's gonna happen more, because at Christmas time and New Year's, everything does get very strong. and stuff like that. And if you have any thoughts of suicide, there is help out there that you can get and stuff like that, and you're not alone. And I just wanted to fill you in on that too with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's like, it's very hard sometimes. You know what I'm saying? There's the phone number you can call on there, especially with the holidays coming up. It gets very depressing for some people. Yeah, so it's like, I said, okay, because when I get feeling them, that's why when it came in, I'm glad everybody started making sense to you when they were coming through. When it was starting to come through like that with everybody, then I start feeling stuff from them. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's like, if I don't shut down when I'm out in public, oh, but I don't go up to everybody saying, this person's around you. You know what I'm saying? I said, I'm too shy that way, believe it or not.
How old were you when you discovered this gift?
How old was I? When I first started, I was like, you make your Holy Communion when you're like 7, right? Around 7 years old and stuff like that. I started feeling stuff and things like that. And when I was making my Holy Communion, my late mother could remember this if she was still here today. What happened was I was feeling something, but I felt like I wasn't alone. And you know how it was in the old days when you did your Holy Communion and everything, we all processed into the church. And I just couldn't describe how I felt. You know what I'm saying? And things like that. So I'm like sitting there saying, okay. So I'm like looking in the church going, okay, so nobody sees. So Cameron, just be quiet. Now is not the time to say anything to anybody. But I was born with special needs. Not that I was special needs, but and stuff like that. But this nun leaned over to me and said, there's something very special about you. And my mom heard it, and she said, she remembered that till today. She passed away in '93 last year. But yeah, so it was like around 7 years old. I mean, I had the gift my whole life, but it enhances and shifted when things happen to me. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. So sometimes there was a couple of traumas too, that everything just shifted. It just took a totally different level with it. But everybody's gifted too. Everybody. And it's just how open you are to spirit communication, because I still know not everybody is open and stuff like that. And you're very curious though, so how long have you been curious about all this stuff?
Well, for many years, but I think when I interviewed you and you told me about my grandmother that nobody else knows, and very unusual, you know, that she couldn't swallow. I mean, that is, and that you saw a baby, you know, so all of that was, so, you know, so I've become much more interested. Okay. Since you revealed those things that nobody else knows but me and maybe 2 other people.
Well, that's what's amazing. That, and I was so glad, like when the young teenager came in for you too, because that, you know what I'm saying, and things like that. And he was trying to get a message. My family, some people that are still here do miss them still. And you know, I hate to sound mean when I say this, and I don't mean this bad. We miss them, you know what I'm saying, more than they miss us, because then, you know what that's what I'm trying to say, and stuff like that. Especially when somebody young passes away, it's like, okay, I'm supposed to go first, but life doesn't always work out that way. Things do happen in life that we cannot control. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's why when the teenager was coming through for you earlier, I had to give him to you. But yeah, and there's another baby over there too. You have not only one baby, but there's 2 babies.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't know who it is, if it's your grandmother or somebody had another baby. But you got to find out about that. That's when Priscilla gets to be the medium guy. So, yeah.
Yeah, there is another baby.
Huh?
But I didn't know the baby was over there.
Okay. But I had to give that to you, because otherwise they do follow me home if I don't shut down.
So does it get overwhelming at times?
Huh?
Does it get overwhelming at times?
Yeah, it does. Like, especially when they come in like that, like when there's like 3 or 4 of them, and I have to, it gets jumbly like it did with some of the readings, and I have to say, wait your turn, and, you know, do all that. That's when.
But do they come through even when you're not with somebody that they're related to?
Yeah, I got a story to share with you about that. Even the person wasn't, even though the person's not there, I was arguing in the kitchen with a spirit one time. They started coming through, and I said, but your friends are not here. They're on a boat. Go with them. Well, blah, 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 and blah, 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 this and blah, blah, that. And she was quite the hot ticket, actually. And I'm sitting there talking to somebody, and I'm like, okay. And they will do that. And I said to myself, in stores or wherever, you know what I'm saying? They will come through, and it's like, even though I don't see them, like when I see color with them and stuff like that, that's when messages start coming in. You know what I'm saying?
When you see color.
Huh?
You said when you see color?
Yeah, when I see like the energy,
Oh,
that's their energy with them.
And what color is the energy? What color is it?
Blue, purples, and white. A white is a very, and purple is a very spiritual color on the other side too. And with Halloween coming up, little ones, you know, safety first, and parents remember safety. I know they know, but sometimes you forget, you know what I'm saying, with Halloween. And drivers, when you're out driving, make sure you're careful, a little more careful, because there's little ones that are out trick-or-treating. And just to let you know that, with them, everything. And please remember to be kind to each other, because life really is too short, and you just never know. But things do happen in life. This is who I have. I don't know if you understand it, but that's okay, because I can show everybody at home and the crew. But yeah, and just remember to be kind to each other. I want to thank Priscilla for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. And our loved ones are gone but not forgotten. And just a thought away. And lots of love and light to everybody. And with the holidays coming up, really appreciate each other, you know, because you just never know when things do happen in life that we just cannot control and things like that. So just take that little extra time, give someone that extra hug. You know what I'm saying? Say I love you, and just do all that good stuff, you know, and because you just never, you know, like I can remember with my dad, with the holidays and everything, and sharing all the fun times we had, and share everybody's, your loved ones' memories at holidays. And when you do that, that's a part of family too. You know, if you're still grieving at holiday time, you can write letters to deceased loved ones and stuff like that. Write down all your feelings in a book and stuff like that, just to fill you in that way too. And if you have one too many this weekend, please give your keys to somebody, so you don't hurt yourself or somebody else in the process. If you decide to take your keys and go out to drive and you have a little one too many, just to fill you in on that too as well.
No drinking and driving.
Yeah, I know, I get it, yeah, that's right. You know, and people forget that too. And you know, you do forget. You have to, I have to constantly remind everybody, because people do forget. You know what I'm saying? So they're too busy having fun, and stay at the house or something like that, you know, so you don't get hurt too.
Or call an Uber.
Yeah.
Call an Uber.
Huh?
Or call an Uber.
I know, right, like I do. I know, right?
Right.
Or like, you know, a friend, or just stay at a friend's house and sleep it off, you know. And our loved ones are gone but not forgotten, and just a thought away.